Okay, so what we're doing in this video is we're going to compare our ignition waveform to our ignition coil amperage. Okay, so we've got our 60 amp clamp on the control wire of our coil on plug, and then we're using our coil on plug probe from Picoscope, and we've rigged it right over top of the coil to pick up that waveform. Here is our live reading right now of what's going on. Now on these late model Fords, it used a multi-strike system during idle times or low engine speeds in order to reduce emissions. So that's why we're seeing 3 different events in a really short amount of time. It's firing 3 times in one cylinder event. Okay, and the spark section of this looks really good. If you want to know a little bit more about what's going on there, look at my ignition waveform analysis video. But what I wanted to focus on more in this video was this amperage. Okay, this looks really good. If you want an example of what it should look like, this is a great example. Notice that as soon as this coil turns on, amperage immediately starts to build up, right? We get this straight current ramp all the way up to the point where our energy is released from the coil and we jump our spark plug gap, right? So we got this straight ramp and then it loses it, right? And then I love that it fires 3 times because you can also see because these oscillations right here represent extra energy in the coil that's still left over, which is evident right here because when it fires or it turns on to fire for the second event, it's not starting clear down at the bottom, it's starting up here because we already have some energy built up in it. It ramps up, fires again, same thing right here, leftover energy, so we're not starting at 0, ramps up, fires. Okay, so that's what your amperage should be doing, is it should immediately ramp up when the coil is commanded on and just build until the point where we fire it on that fire line right there. Okay, so I like to look at both things. This really tells you what's going on inside the cylinder and how healthy your coil is.